Hello everyone and welcome back to Humble Acres. My name is Jordan and today we are finally switching out the front tires on the Kubota here. I referred to this in a couple of other videos, so these are not the actual tires that were on here, the original ones. These are the ones that actually came off of my 4Runner. You can actually see there's a plug in it right there. The original tires, I actually was bush mowing with it one day over there. And I was backing up and all of a sudden two of my tires blew. The back one didn't just blow though because it had fluid in it, so I saw fluid was leaking out. And then the front one right here completely came off the bead. It just completely blew on me. So these are the original tires and I tried repairing it. I think this is the one because it has a bunch of baby powder in it. I tried repairing this I think 3 different times. So you can kind of see I had some crazy like strong glue that I put on there. You can't even see the gash, but it was like all the way across right here. And then on the inside right there, I glued on a piece of sidewall from another tire. Pretty much no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to seal. So then I decided to put a tube in it. And I had a different patch in here at another time that I had like kind of ground down to be nice and smooth in there. But then I put a tube in it because it still wouldn't hold air. And then after a couple days of using the tractor, the tube blew. So I basically just gave up at that point. I'm like, I need to be able to use the tractor reliably, and messing with the tires is just a pain. So I got the ones off of the 4Runner. They work, but they're not rated for the load for one, and they're too small diameter. So I can't use the 4-wheel drive with it and stuff. My other option was to buy new tires, which to get the R1 ag tires for this, the R1s, there's only one tire option for this and they're expensive. What I opted to do was to get the industrial tires, because they're basically a skid steer tire. The only problem with that is the rims are actually different. Those with the R1 tires are a 16-inch rim, and with the industrial tire, these are a 16.5-inch rim. So I actually bought the rims from Kubota for the industrial tire, but the nice thing about these tires is they are roughly half the price. So it overall probably cost me an extra $300 to swap these out. But these tires are also a 10-ply tire instead of a 6-ply. So they should last a lot better. The tread is not near as aggressive, so hopefully they will last a little longer as well. These other tires are actually wearing quite a bit on this forward edge already. Yeah, I think these are going to be fine. And I like these rims better too because they actually have a little bit of a protector on the valve stem here. So we can't actually hit that on anything. So that's nice as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get these put on. And I'm actually going to put them in reverse direction. So this is going to be on the left side, so it should have more traction when you're backing up that way, which I've learned. I understand why people do that now, is because most of the time when you need traction on the front tires is when you're backing up with a load on the loader. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get these on there. I got one of them mounted and I bought new metal valve stems for them, but I used one of the metal valve stems on the other rim because the valve was bad. So I need to take one of those off to get that valve stem, and then we can do that, and then I can put the other tires back on those rims and get them back on the 4Runner. So just a big swapping around of tires. A little annoying, but let's get to it. Never remember what size socket any of this stuff takes, so I just grab a handful and find the right one. Nice thing is you don't need a jack. You just use the loader to lift it up. Just don't get underneath it. I'll lift it up on there. This one's definitely heavier. Get on there. Stay on there. I also did learn through all this that the air pressure, the manual actually says to just do 22 pounds. I think that's for the Ag 1 or the R1 tire. But then there's nowhere, I couldn't find any PSI for what you're supposed to use with a loader on it. And I even looked through the loader manual. And then finally one day I was looking through it again, and there's a little side note that says if you're running a loader or a lot of weight in the front, to put the tires at their max pressure. So a lot more than 22 PSI. This one actually says 75 PSI, which is way more than the other Ag tires I had on here. So I think I put 70 PSI in them, so should be fine. I need to go look and see what the torque spec is. Here's a nice little comparison between rims. You can definitely see the industrial one is way wider than the Ag rim. So this tire has been making it very difficult for me. I spent, I think, about 2 hours last night trying to get this to seat on the rim. And you would think it would be super easy because it's basically already seated. There's defects in the tire. So I put a little red mark on it. There's like a bump in the actual seal portion. I don't know what it's called. You can't get it sealed. It just won't seal. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna push this tire down, spray a bunch of ether in there, and light it on fire. Because that's the only thing I can think of to get this on there. And I was also going to keep it on here so we can lock it down so it doesn't fly away. See if it'll work. Apparently that's all we need to do. It came all the way back off again. I don't know, it popped on there and then just instantly lost all of its air again. We're gonna try it again. Maybe I got it this time. I think I got it. It's filling up. Now would be a great time to learn that I put it on backwards, which I technically did, but this is how I wanted it on there. Clean enough. Alright, I had to put it up so high too. So these front lug nuts are supposed to be torqued to 100 foot-pounds. There we go. Well, that definitely looks a lot nicer, and hopefully will be a lot better tire than the last ones, and a lot cheaper. So if I do slit one open again, I can replace it for almost half as much money, so that'll be nice. It's kind of a pain that you have to buy the different rims for them. Hopefully I can sell the old ones. Maybe somebody out there wants these. and I can get some money for them. Alright, so we're going to be changing the tires on the FJ here. I got them all taken off. I actually started shining this one up here. I'm going to get the tires taken off of these because I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to polish them up good. And then we'll get the rest of them polished, and then we'll get the new tires on. Alright, we got all of these polished up and they are looking shiny. Yeah, the worst part is around the valve stem on every single one of them. You're not going to be able to see the pitting unless you're super close, but there definitely is pitting there still. The only thing left to do is to mount the tires. So I haven't really even said what these are. These are Toyo tires, Open Country All-Terrain 3. So the reason I went with this tire is I actually found them really cheap, but they're highly rated actually. So I got them for $190 a piece, and they have a really good rating, and they're made in Japan, so it kind of goes along with the vehicle. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I think I'm gonna do the black lettering out. I don't really like how the white lettering looks. Well, it's blue right now, but you clean that off and it'd be white, but I don't really like how that looks. So we are going to go with the black side out. And honestly, eventually, I probably would like to paint them. But the problem with these chrome rims is that apparently the chrome ones are worth more than just the plain white ones. So maybe I could find somebody that would want to trade me some white ones for these chrome ones. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth it because you can just chrome whatever ones you have. Some places these rims were going for over $300 a piece, which is insane, and that's for used ones. Yeah, I don't know. I really could use one more because I don't have one for the spare tire, but I also only bought 4 tires, so yeah, we're not gonna have a spare tire for now. Alright, well, I got all of the tires mounted to the wheels and I got them all balanced, got the weights on there front and back, so they're looking really good now. And I got them kind of all positioned where I want them. And then I just got in a bunch of lug nuts, and these are what the original ones looked like that came on the 60 series. I mean, they're pretty close anyway. They're probably not perfect, but found these, so they should work good. So let's get those on there. There we go. Finally, a tire that looks correct. You can see it doesn't stick out past the fender. Like it just looks right. They're a much taller, narrower tire as well. Yeah, that looks so much better. Not poking out like these do. Like, well, these don't because they have a fender flare, but these are actually the same exact size, but they're on a wider rim, and their offset's obviously different as well. So it just makes them poke out more, but these tires also have like more of a bulge on the side too, but that could just be because of the wider rim. These might also do that if they had a wider rim on them, but they look perfect. Oh man. I don't know, I might just leave the chrome. I don't really like chrome, but they look really nice, so that's what we're leaving them for now anyway. So I got all of them torqued down. So next, I think we need to go work on the John Deere. I have some tires for that as well, right here. So we need to get those on. So let's go do it. All right, it's a nice brisk early morning here, and there's dew all over everything. So hopefully the rear tires don't slide too much and we're able to start this down the hill. So let's see what we can do. All right, some choke, some fuel. Let's see, do I have the brake on? Probably not the best. And that brake's not on. It is in gear. Okay. Alright, see if we'll roll. We're going ever so slowly. No, I'm not in gear. I gotta be in gear. 5th gear. Here we go. Alright, well it's off the ground, but just barely. Tractor could just barely lift it up. I think if I got the forks maybe a little closer, it'd be a little easier to lift it, but they're off, so that's all that matters. So, let's get these wheels off here. Alright. Can you spin what, buddy? The tire? No, we just need to change them now. They're off. I got these from my father-in-law, which I don't know where he got them from, but he said the guy drove his tractor in parades a lot, so he drove on concrete a lot, and that's what wore down that inside. So they're actually fairly newer tires because they're not all weather checked and stuff, so they should last for me quite a while. Alright, one done, one to go, and this didn't have a tire cap, but we got one of those. Let's get the other one done. This is the other one here, and you can see how bad they are. Like, that is gonna blow out any second. And just, yeah, they're terrible. I mean, it probably won't blow out unless I put a lot of weight on it or something, but they're really bad. So it'll be nice to get some good tires on there. Well, I kind of figured this was gonna happen, so let's get this jacked up and then get the tires back on. Put these back on here. Seems like this side is missing a stud. Oh, I know why we're missing one. One of them broke off in there. So, I'm not gonna have that one for now. Those look way better on there. Should last quite a while. The back ones, I replaced this one. Well, I replaced it with a used one that I got from my grandma. It's a lot better. It has a little bit of weather cracks on it, but the tread's good. This one's probably the worst. It's got some bigger cracks in it, but the tread is good on it. So if we ever get out in the field and start working it, it might fall apart, but I think for now it'll be fine. I also wanted to thank Thomas for sending this clutch cover for me. He said he sent it because it was sitting outside and those clutches can get rusty and stuff sitting outside. So thank you, Thomas, for sending that. All right, well, I got new tires on most of the stuff anyway. Front tires on the tractors, all the new tires on the FJ40. So yeah, I didn't really know what to do with this footage, so I kind of just threw it all together and figured some people only watch John Deere stuff, some people only watch Kubota stuff, some people only watch FJ40 stuff, so kind of brings them all together. Maybe people would experience or see some of the other stuff I do, but that's gonna be it for this video. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.